Morning, good morning. Let's have some fun. Now, I'm going to always say the same thing again and again. Tablet and pen time. Tablet and pen means we have to begin. Now, it's January 26th. This month's almost over. What are we doing right now? Okay. I wonder if you did anything yesterday any different than the day before and the day before that. See, every day you have to add something. You have to get up earlier and do certain things to do, but it's going to be up to you. I think you're running out of time. Okay. See, time, money, and credit. Time, money, and credit. Something you got to think about. Time, we run out of time. There's never enough of it. All right. And also money, there's never enough money. All right. There's never enough credit unless you know how to play the game. Now, to get to know me, please, please, please take your time. Do not just come in and out, I'm flipping through the screens. This is the problem. I'm Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of Credit. I've actually created over $60 billion of credit in the last 50 years for my clients and myself, okay? And I want you to understand, today I'd like to help you a little bit, maybe a lot. If you have kids today, I want you to get this free download. It's called Starting Out Right, okay? This is the book that the kids should read today in high school and college before they start building their credit so they don't screw up like we did. How's that? Now, many years ago in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, I was a consultant for TRW, and that means basically Thomas Raymond Woolridge. They made bicycle parts El Segundo, California. They got information business, and TRW became eventually Asperian in 96. So if we can listen to rules and tools, I can guarantee you today, all right, within 90 days, your score will go up 100 points plus, all right, if it's really down, or basically you can have a 750 score. Now, my team, my paralegals in our legal department, always say basically tell them 9 months because some people are slow. I don't think they're slow. I think they're lazy, okay? That's the biggest problem you got. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Mark. All the things you're trying to do. What if today I could be exactly the person you've been looking for your whole life when it comes to finance and money? Now, thank you for the loves and the hearts. That's probably from Kim. Good morning, Johnny. Okay, let's understand something. Every one of you today, okay, if you DM me, all right, in this, all right, in the live, everything else you're doing today, share the live with everybody, DM, and then the link tree as well. That means one of my specialists are going to call you this morning, if you like, and go over some process, and they do what's called an interview. If you want them to interview and see where you're at to help you what the next step is, all you have to do is DM and leave your information, okay? It's pretty easy to do. Now, let's go back in time. I'm helping TRW. They eventually became Asperian in 96. My goal was the oldest card is history. All right, you should understand that credit bureaus got started, one thing, all right, based on inquiry base. Then they add other pieces as it go. It's like a business growing its little areas of everything you're trying to do for you. Here's Brandon. Good morning, Brandon. You were here the other day as well. All right, now let's understand. These credit cards fluctuate. Let's write down fluctuation, okay? If you took your cards right now, your personal cards in front of you, okay, hello, hello, hello to you too. If you took your personal cards right now and you laid them in front of you, I would tell you to put a sticky together. Let's understand, okay? If you would take and put a sticky behind every credit card, okay, I know it's silly. I think we need to dummy proof this. What it means is very simple. The sticky behind would give you the discipline. The discipline, all right, all right, petty way 5. Okay, I said hello 3 times. Hello, hello, hello. There's 10 more times for you. Now get your tablet and pen, and as you begin, listen very carefully. Sticky would be very simple. This is a $10,000 credit card, $10,000. Now it means one thing. What most people do is they care less and say, hey, let's go shopping, let's go to dinner. If this credit card in the back of it had it $10,000, and that's what we would write. Okay, if I use $2,500, I'm okay, I'm in the green. If I use $2,900, I'm still in the green. If I use $3,000 on this card, the way I designed the system, while I'm training Yarborough TRW became Asperian in 96, this would now be in the yellow. The yellow. Good morning, basically, Mindy. Good morning, and Kim again. So what do? What this means is simple. If I keep this at $2,900, it's a $10,000 card, then I can literally do one thing, okay? I can make sure I maintain a 750 score. My score this morning is an 845, big deal. It's to review. My wife is an 845 today too. We use our credit to review. That's about it. Because we build millions and billions of dollars all the time. It's a review. That's all it is. So again, as long as you stay at 29, you're in green. 30 is yellow and then more. And it's red. That's right. Brandon, get this down, please. I want every one of you to understand. No one out there in that, what I call the circus and the clowns out there are not teaching you how to do this right. How do you rebuild after bankruptcy? Well, is it a 7? Is it a 13 payment plan? This is where I want you to DM me. I'd like one of my specialists to call you this morning. If they called you, they're going to go through that process and show you exactly. My next question on the bankruptcy person, this is basically, did you seal the record? See, the problem with the lack of knowledge is why we all do stupid things all the time. I know I'm not allowed to use stupid. All right, we do dumb things. Now, what does it mean? Bankruptcy, I'm not here to be an attorney for you. But I've studied the law since I could walk, okay, in accounting. And yeah, I went to school and got all that paper, but big deal. All right, any ding dong can go to school and get the paper. You got enough circus clowns out there telling you wrong information anyway. A bankruptcy is Federal Protection Act. Federal Protection Act, automatic stay. You have the right to seal it because it's the protection of you. It's what it is. Unfortunately, nobody does this, less than 0.5%, because they don't understand what they're doing anyway. Well, you went to a bankruptcy attorney, they sold you a bankruptcy, you probably didn't need anyway. Now understand, statewide, there's a company called Statewide. Credit bureaus never talk to courts because they're not allowed to, okay? Statewide reports the information to the bureaus, and that's why it gets there in the first place. You would have sealed it, it wouldn't be on there. Is there a way to remove it? Yes. Is there a way to get past it? Yes. But again, you still got to go back to basics. If we put a sticky behind our card, okay? And this is a $10,000 credit card. This one is. I use 29%. That's what I have to do. I locked it in as 29% when I'm training Yorbo. TRW became a Spear in 96. I'm known as Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of Credit. Hey, you, Dr. Reynolds or Pastor Reynolds. Very simple. Okay, and I created 60 billion of credit over the last 50 years for my clients and for me as well. Now understand, I'm online twice a day, Monday through Friday, and I'm also online 6 times on Saturday. I've been in person or online for people for 50 years, 6 days a week. And why you took so long to get here, I have no idea. Okay, here's Yellow Man Reed. Okay, fantastic, share the live. I would tell every one of you today to share this live with everybody. But I'll also tell you to DM me, leave me a message. All right, I set up a program this morning that my specialists are going to call the people that leave their information, and they're going to basically maybe email you or call you right away. What's going to happen about 2 hours from now, you're going to have someone call you to interview the process to show you what you could do if you want to. Now, again, write it down. Please write it down. All cards fluctuate. Good morning, Gregory. Okay, good morning. Okay, good morning, good morning. All right, Tim as well. Now understand, all cards fluctuate the way it's designed, okay? Under the Fair Lending Act. There are 12 acts to look at. Thank you, Jay. Good morning. Now, let's write it down. Gold and platinum cards do not fluctuate. So write that down, please. A gold and platinum American Express does not fluctuate. I am an affiliate, 119 creditors. I own the rights of Blueprint of Success for 45 years. All right, American Express basically wanted to use it, and they used Blueprint Loan. I have dummy card. They have dummy code. So they've been using some things for years. Remember, American Express Gold or Platinum do not fluctuate. Write it down. If you lost your job today, you lost your job. Oh, crap, what do I do? Ah! Then you panic. Don't jack up the wrong damn card, which 90% of you did. You all jacked up the wrong card. These cards here do not fluctuate. They're unlimited up to $1 million, okay? And then from there, they're paid over time limit. I got them to do this about 18 years ago. Thank you for the fan club. Okay, Mindy, that's great. I appreciate that. Now, you're in California, so why are you up so early? Okay, I'm up early all the time. Can you build credit with medical bills? Of course you can. Okay, I mean, Scar, I understand something. Nothing on your file, okay, all right, can stop you from building credit, but I want you to understand something. I would tell you if you had a bankruptcy or you had the medical bills to do a rapid refresh. Let's write down rapid score, okay? So rapid score, what does that mean? All right, basically 48 years, no, it's actually 49 years ago. 49 years ago, I'm a consultant for all kinds of systems and banks and TRW, blah, 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 blah. And what did they do? Okay, I came up with rapid refresh and rapid score. If you look at online, it's very simple. You'll see that mortgage companies use my system for the last 49 years. While you're in an escrow, they can rescore your credit and get you a lower interest rate on something. Good morning, Peter. Good morning, other people. So if we had, and understand, if you had that what? Bankruptcy, had a student loans or whatever it is, all right, I would put you in a rapid rescore. A rapid rescore blocks crap. Okay, in other words, it could block what you ever had as bad, push your score up to be able to get you more credit. Now, why would I want you to have more credit? I need you to reduce your debt to ratio. 90% of you, your credit sucks. Your debt to ratio sucks because you're jacked up. No one gave you the rules and tools, which they should have a long time ago. I've been doing it for 50 years now. Why it took so long to get here, I don't know. It's on you. This is for the kids. If you share this live today, I'm going to give you this as a free download completely. If you share the live with everybody you got. If you DM me and give me information, I'll have one of our specialists call you to interview you. I set up a new program this morning to interview you, to help you and guide you your steps. But I need your information to DM you, okay? I lost my job, but kept my Amex current. All right, but Chase, Business Link, all right, probably charge off. Well, again, Chase and American Express don't forgive you. American Express will sue everybody no matter what. It's a Warren Buffett company, by the way. All right, Chase, business, that's okay. I can help rebuild that to a division. You can get another chance with American Express and Chase, two divisions of corporation. So if you share the live, I want to make sure you get, all right, starting out right for your kids, high school, college, and I want you to read it as well. It will give you the foundation you've been missing your whole life. I'm serious. Your whole life you've been missing the foundation, okay? I wish the system allowed me to put it in the schools. I've been trying to do that for 50 years. Now, my first system years and years ago was called Winning the Game of Business. Winning the Game of Business, and I created this in 1976. This is corporations owning corporations. That's what your banks, your grocery stores do as well. So here's a Bank of America, for instance. They bankrupt locations last year. All your banks did. Here's Bunny. Okay, good morning, Bunny. Okay, all right. A roster too. Good morning to all of you. If I screw up the name, please, it's growing pretty fast. All right, forgive me if I do, please. But again, if you had your tablet and pen ready in front of you, what would we do? First of all, what we'd want to do is write down today's date. We look at the calendar. It is January 26, 2026, okay? Now understand, January 26, 26. This is actually good because this is a positive day, all right? Because 26 divides itself evenly, and that's great. 1 does not, but 26 and 26 does. So I love math. I love math and numbers. It's always been good for me. Now, I created, okay, and basically you can find out that I started Helping Hand Industries. It was a corporation, nonprofit, cost me $10. Most of you spend thousands of dollars to an attorney. He or she's practicing law, and you're the guinea pig, haven't got it right yet. Okay, or incorporating service or an accounting or some crap. You didn't learn diddly squat. Sorry to say, you didn't learn a damn thing. And that's unfortunately. You spend thousands of dollars for a piece of paper and didn't learn anything at all. If you do not have your corporation, if you realize it's an LLC, it's an LLP, it is a nonprofit, it is a PC, all right, it is basically what, a C or an S Corp. Remember, Supreme Court deemed those to be legal people, a legal person. So if you don't have one, if you share the live today, your articles will be free. I will give you the articles of corporation for free. It'll be in the link tree. If you DM, one of my specialists will call you and do that new interview process we started today. Good morning, Henry. Okay? All the other people as well. Impact. So what do we get to do? Let's think. If you don't have one of those entities, which is a legal person, the day what you do is you file it, look in the, we'll give you a map, you pick the map, whatever corp you want, you file it, you pay your filing fees. Good morning, Dennis. Good morning, Mickey. All right, good morning, modern something, okay? All right, you went back pretty fast. Sorry if I missed your name. If you have a question, ask it. If I miss it, you say it again. If not, when you DM it, we will respond back to you right away. But remember, it is only 3:37 in the morning. 3:33. Okay. All right. So we got 3:33 in the morning a.m. This is what we do. It's basically it's very simple. Okay. How much does it cost for all the credit lines? Well, first of all, I don't know if you want credit lines. I don't do credit lines. Okay. If I'm building your credit, I might have to give you a card off for you on top of it. So I give people cards off my cards. They give them history. So I don't know what you want, okay? So how much does it cost? How about it's free, okay? How about we get to know each other before you want to go to dinner, okay? Come on. Here's the problem with people, okay? You go in and out, and you don't learn a damn thing, and you don't slow down and stop. I'm going to hold your hand 6 days a week. How's that? I'll put you in classes on Saturdays and Fridays. I'll do that for free. Can you afford free? Can you get off your assets and go get it? I created my first million at 15 years old when I had basically invented something called Car Finder. Next, I created my first billion, 21, 2.6 billion, 26. So you might just want to get to know Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of Credit, Dr. Reynolds, hey you, Pastor Reynolds, that has been training literally rich and famous people from Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, and Angels, from Sugar St. Mosley, Oscar, and on and on and on, if you pay attention. By the way, also 3 presidents of the United States of America. You're interested in getting my credit score higher and looking to buy a home. First of all, okay, this is keep it, move, okay, understand. Please, if you're married, listen very carefully. Do not buy the house jointly because that's called dumb. You're not dumb, you're smart. Husbands and wives never buy a house jointly. It is a married person, so on separate property, okay? You're gonna have escrow close, homestead, trust. Write it down, it's a procedure. Everything I do is numbers and procedures to get people to millions and billions. And I've got 37 million millionaire clients. Got it so far? You're single, okay? Stay that way for now. Let's get you packaged right. But when you close escrow on that house, it's escrow close, homestead, write down homestead, and then irrevocable trust. In the future, you'll probably buy houses through trust instead of you anyway. But again, I've been studying law and accounting since I could barely walk. And my favorite was John D. Rockefeller. See, the Rockefellers, the Kennedys, the Gettys, and everyone else around you, they built legacy. Unfortunately, you don't build legacy. All right, most of you are setting yourself up for probate. All right, your family and you and everything that you're doing today. Because you're not listening, learning, you're doing little pieces. You have a problem, Stacy, out there. You have a circus and a bunch of clowns telling you what to do. Borrow $100, brother, okay? Can I borrow? I don't loan money out people, all right, at all. You have to basically do this. How about this, okay? All right, since you're making a silly comment, why don't you share the live with me? Get 5 people, 1 person involved in it, and I'll send you $1,000. Okay, let's cut to the chase. Oak Films, okay, 9714. Well, it's films. So have you created films? I'm a ghostwriter for 2.5 Men. I wrote Bewitch. All right, is that okay? I wrote for Dolly Parton, Tim McGraw. I'm a true writer. But I sell my goodies and I get all kinds of money. But if you want to play, we can play my way. Because your way, I'm sorry to say, most of you, probably stinks. If you listen and learn, I create millions and billions all the time. So what I'd like you to do is listen, learn, tablet, pen, January 26, 26. Your ability today is understand fluctuation first, and I'll answer questions as they come up as fast as I can. If I get stuck, it goes too fast, I'm sorry I've missed it, do it again and again. If you DM or you leave a message in this link tree, I set up a program just for you today. One of my specialists will interview you. It'll interview. Where are you located? I'm in my office. Who cares? Okay? I'm on the moon. Where are you located at? Okay? We're talking here what we're doing right now. Okay? But again, I was born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. My mommy put me in a trash can in Sucks. So there's Gardena, California right now. Okay? So this is what it is. So where are you? Okay? All right? Bottom line is I'm in California. It is Pacific Standard Time here. All right, it is literally 3:37 a.m. because I am up at 1:45 every day, ready to go and kick some ass at. That's been me. Daddy's life is a B. Okay, join, that's fine. Well, I looked at it this way. I wrote a book, I called it basically, I'm the father I always wanted because I never had one. So I designed how I'm going to be a father. I have 6 beautiful kids, 5 girls and a boy, and a great wife. So guess what? We can structure ourselves in every position. I've structured myself all my life in every step, rules and tools. I'm a private person. I'm a loner. I keep to myself because as a kid I was used and abused. My wife is Colombian. She's crazy as hell. which is fun. Crazy and boring go together. So what do? If you need a card added to your history, or you need history added to you, corporate division process, let us know. Because I do that all the time for clients for free. Free. Isn't that fun? What's it going to cost? Before you start wanting to spend money, why don't you size yourself up and understand something? Okay, understand the guy in front of you created his first billion at 21 years old. For the hell of it. Why not? Okay? I like making money. I like basically understanding God is first for me. All right? Family is number two because my wife and I became one. Got married 20 years ago. Then it is money. All right? Can I add my mini storage payment to my credit report? Well, the reality is it's a mini storage payment. The reality is I'm going to say no. This is the problem with what they did to the system. They screwed it up. I created self-reporting for Tier W, became experience, self-reporting. Your storage payment, the reality is if you're storing anything for business, that should be a division of a corporation. Unfortunately, you're paying your storage unit out of your taxable paycheck. See, we all get a paycheck, right? Well, I haven't had one for 40 years, so that's beside the point. Understand what this means. Because you don't understand SS5, you're all kind of screwing up. If you had a recommendation for any one of your books, what would it be suggested? The Complete Millionaires Founders Kit. There's 12 books. I mean, I created the Millionaires Founders Kit because I wanted to create books for dummies because I feel dumb when I do something new. This is actually 12 books, okay? And it takes every month of the year and it builds you the foundation of $1 million structure. Even teach you how to fill out applications. And then from there, whatever you do, oh, hey, Hollywood, you finally show back up. I've been saying this for about a week now. He was there last Wednesday. Hollywood, okay? He has his cars in his trust. And I want to help Hollywood build up to $1 million of credit if he wants to, personal or business. But unfortunately, okay, all right, he's got his cars in his trust, which is the dumbest thing in the world to do. Because why? If you drive your car today, you're the registered owner. And in a bumpity bump, that's sue ya and come get you. You just made your trust open for everybody. I'm sorry, I call that dumb. We're not dumb people. We just do dumb. So if Hollywood listen, we get to play the game and fun. When I created division process in 1985, 86, would love to. That wasn't me that put my car into the trust. Well, okay, maybe there's two Hollywoods. Hopefully that'd be great. But understand, car, ladies and gentlemen, house. If you're married, please buy it separate. I want you to write down the word or. Please write or, okay? Separate trust for your vehicle. No, that's, whoever just put that, that is the dumbest thing you do in your life. You do not put your damn car in a freaking trust ever, not a separate trust. Let's listen to Howdy Doody with the stupid cowboy hat. You need a trust, owning a trust, and so does the trust. You have to have basically compensation. You got to file the tax return and show everybody it's it. And when they sue the car, they sue you. That's called dumb. Please don't be dumb. Please. Please don't be dumb. Please. The car you drive today, all of you, it's simple. It's registered to you. A bumpity bump, what do? These bloodsucker attorneys sue you. And they put you in the rabbit hole. And if you're married, your wife or husband's in the rabbit hole with you. You just screwed up your whole life. The only thing you have to focus on is what can I put the car registration into? Division. A division is the only thing in law and accounting out there to this day, public record, now you'll be statement attorney, that you could bankrupt the crap out of it and make them go away. Automatic stay. Putting a car in a trust, that's, listen to Howdy Doody, that's a circus clown, the #1 grant, okay? Or Gary V, every other word's the F word, or stupid Michael. And Mark, who just came out of prison, he was sentenced for life, and people listening, oh, well, Kevin's even better, okay? All right, he sees two walls. What a bunch of crap. The man just came out of prison. He owes $300 million to the state, the country, trying to get 50,000 or better in business credit. Okay, what do? Let's break it down again. Do you have an LLC? If you do, there are 9 types. Do you have an LLP? Do you have a C Corp, an S Corp, a nonprofit, or a PC? These are the 6 categories Supreme Court said is a legal person. Yes, I have an LLC, fantastic. That LLC, as we look at you, we have to build you up. Today, Hollywood, I would tell you to call the paralegals or let them call you. It's 1 year, okay? It's going to get credit, but it won't get a line of credit. The banks want 2 years, okay? So we get credit to it, 100,000 plus, but then divisions as well. But then the line of credit, the bank, all right, you need another year behind it. Now, what happens? If you DM me here, all right, I set up a program just for today for the 26th of 26, okay? January 26, 26, got it? I have my specialist going to be ready at 6 o'clock that's going to call you, okay? That's why my boss car are all, now, again, here we got Ryan. That's why my boss's car is all LLCs. Your boss is an idiot. Oh, say that, I'm sorry. I say that, I get excited, sorry. He's being dumb. Every LLC he has, if it's like in California, he'd be paying franchise tax for every one of those. They need to be in divisions. It's very simple. Now, write it down, please. So if you want to learn something, please write it down. I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not my corp and my family. Got it? I lost my job 15 years ago, and I'm struggling. Would like to struggle. All right, would you suggest bankruptcy? Hell no. If you file bankruptcy, it's one of the dumbest things you could do. Understand, bankruptcy. Bankruptcy only because they're going to garnish my wages tomorrow. They're taking my house tomorrow. If it's not that, screw it. Do not file bankruptcy. It's ridiculous, okay? There's no reason to, okay? If the creditors are unsecured, guess what? We're going to buy time. We're going to rebuild you. You're going to go back and renegotiate some debt and solve your damn problem. Because you're not here to rip off your creditors. But again, all I can tell you, when I created this system behind the scenes, all right, training Ken Yarborough, 70s, 80s, and 90s, that is basically what? All right, your Experian credit report today. This is your future. Take a picture. I'm going to be telling every one of you what to do. Hollywood wants what? He wants $50,000 in corporate credit for the LLC. Hollywood's going to have 18 divisions by the time I'm done with him. 18. All right? He thinks money's going to solve his problems. Most of you do. Y'all, money's going to solve my problem. I'm going to run my business. Come on. Let's be honest. Today, you've done the same thing every day, all right, for forever. It's the same damn rerun. Most of you get stuck. You're in that routine and life paying bills and life's controlling you. You're not controlling life. But again, you got to figure these out, okay? All I can tell you flat out, I'm going to do my best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. Now, maybe only work trucks and personal cars, written name, legal, not, okay. Ryan, that's all crap. Okay, put your boss on here one of these times, and I'll straighten him out too. Put your attorneys and CPAs. I'll tear him apart. Guys, I have an IQ of 203. I have total recall in most things. The teachers hated me. I read the book. I memorized the answer. Getting the test was easy. My IQ's 203 at 14. 203. Got it so far? So I got sucked into a government program at 14. Went to Owens College. Hell, I didn't go to high school. That'd be wasting my damn time. So pay attention. Yeah, Jack, 203, okay? 14 years old. Got tested, all right? Guess what? If you DM me, DM, leave a message in the link tree today, not tomorrow, you're going to find out flat out, okay? My specialists are going to they reach out to you this morning. They're going to do an interview process for every one of you. I want them to interview you and tell you what you need to do. Sounds like everyone, but basically IQ. Well, IQ don't mean crap, okay? To me, as far as I'm concerned. Life taught me life by getting my assets kicked. Okay, being used and abused as a kid sucked. Okay, I wanted out of hell. All right, I hid at the library all the time, reading an average of 15 books a week because I didn't like people. All they did is use and abuse me in the bullshit, okay? That would be one of the highest, all right, in the world. Well, actually, there's actually more than that, okay? All right, I was on a list of the top 1,000 people from the government one time, okay? So again, there are more people that have higher IQs than 203, by the way. So again, Linktree, okay? What do? You DM, okay? Very simple. My son is interested in a large inheritance, or he's interested, what? He's 24, suggested, what kind of trust? All trust would be irrevocable trust. What you should model yourself after is John D. Rockefeller, okay? In 1934, Rockefeller, irrevocable trust, that empire for billions and billions and billions, no one could touch it. Okay, he didn't believe in probate, which most of you do, unfortunately. You're going to get into probate because you're not setting up right. Then you're going to get, well, this book's about trust. Let's get a trust on a trust. You can listen to Howdy Doody. This trust and you own this trust and sell this one, this one. When you listen to what it says, you're going to sell your LLC to the trust. How much did you sell it for? The IRS wants to know that. You just told the IRS this. Okay? Now, if there's no compensation, you can't give it away. Oh, I'm going to do a promise ain't out. Well, promise to what? See, the problem with all this hooey is a bunch of crap. Okay? So a house should be in a trust or division. No. Your house for you. Okay? I would tell you flat out what you should do is buy a trust. Here's Jack. All right, they cap at 160 to 200. Well, Shania Train, I can't even say it. Her IQ is 147. Shakira is 167, by the way. 167. Trump is 169. So whatever you're saying is a bunch of hooey. Okay? All right, it's very simple. But who cares about our IQ? I'm just answering a question. So again, what do? Okay? You give gifts. Fantastic. I love the gifts. I love the loves and everything else. If you want one of my specialists to help you, I set up a new program this morning that you DM and they have your information to call you. They're going to do an interview process. They're going to talk about rapid refresh. Rapid refresh and rapid score I created 49 years ago blocks your crappy credit if you have crappy credit. It'll shoot your score up. That's what it does. It helps you the opportunity to get more credit. Now understand why. Your credit's screwed up, you want more credit. Well, the reality is very simple. Okay? Well, Jack, that's not really true that the max is 200. No. Look online. God bless America. I can tell you 19 people have right now an IQ of 210. So who cares? Get off the habit. All right, VP Properties, how you doing today? Okay, I'm glad you were there on Saturday too. See, Saturday I had 6 events. Okay, 6 events. Okay, would that be okay? So as we play this game to win. But again, as we play, our goal is to understand structure. So structure is very simple. It's finance. But you should finance your business off borrowed money because borrowed money is not taxable. We watched Elon Musk, who has a very high IQ. It's 196, by the way. All right, that's Elon Musk, okay? All right, but it depends on which report you look at. But again, who cares? We're stuck in IQ. Well, I should have answered the damn question. So guess what? Can we talk about your specialist? Yes. This is keep it moving. I want my specialist to call you, okay, and interview you. What does this mean? I want them to talk about the whole process and see where you're at. For the ladies in a bankruptcy thinking about it, the person's doing this. No. How about we do the interview process this morning, okay, and get it done right, okay? How does a division keep you safe? Well, a division doesn't keep you safe. It keeps everything off your back. So you realize we are legal people. Ow, that hurts, right? You understand the SS5 form? You don't. Every one of you have one on file with the IRS. See, the problem is the lack of knowledge. SS5 is what you need to focus on today. That you signed a form, you did at 14 or mommy did. Depends when you were born, what year. It depends if it's basically when Rockefeller was out there playing the game, and we had basically the gold law. Okay, so if we understand, Nixon took the gold standard out. Okay, in July, it was August 1st, 1971. Okay, see, sometimes I have to think about it, I have to process because I see visions in my head. I can sort things. When you have semi recall, you get to do this, and this is weird for me. That's what I had to learn to do. All right, so if we look at all the things we're looking to do today, the Gold Act depends when you have your age when you were born. Because basically, all right, they made you sign an SS5 form. If not, mommy did it when you were born because Nixon took the gold standard out in August in 71. So it just depends. So if you understand SS5, and that's a form every one of you should look at today, because that's what connects. SS5 connects to SSN, connects to tax return called 1040. This is how they connect and control us, and they bond us up to 35 million apiece. We are bonded for 35 million apiece. So thank you for joining the fan club. Jay again. Jay's a pretty good fan. Now understand something. I want all of you to share the live today. If you help me, I'll help you. Got it? What does this mean? Today, you share the live. I'd like you to DM, like one of my specialists to call you today and do the new interview process today with you. Because if you're stuck anywhere, they can show you exactly how to get unstuck. I watched your live for 100 minutes. You said that the other day. Okay, is it 100 minutes or is it all day? Thank you. You liked it? Great. The goal is simple. If you share the live today, okay, with everybody in the world, I want you to have this book for free called Starting Out Right. See, I want your kids not to mess up like we did. I think we all messed up. So what happens in high school and college, they have the ability to help you, and that would be the goal. When I got started, I didn't plan on helping people, to be honest with you. I had my system that I put out there called Winning the Game of Business. It was just to help people understand corpse and corpse. Now, this was out there in 1976. I am the original coach, okay, 50 years, all right, teaching people how to play. I created Winning the Game of Business after I put $1 million in my bank account when I invented Car Finder. By the way, in 1976, I was 16, okay? All right, I created my first billion, all right, at 26. No, that was 2.6 billion. First billion, 21. So you're born in 71, fantastic. That means you probably, mommy did it for you. See, when Nixon took the gold standard out in August in 71, okay? What happens, every hospital is deemed, for every baby born, literally to have what? The SS5. Mommy has to fill out that form, SS5, before she's allowed to leave the hospital with her baby to be discharged. And that's what happens. Good morning, Jeremy. Okay, good morning. Thank you for sharing the live for 5 people. Now, when you share the live today, again, I want you to have that book called Starting Out Right for free. Have some fun. All right, and see, I am doing jumping jacks. All right, that's great. Exercise. First thing I do this morning at 1:45, I go to my knees, I pray, thank God for yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Then I do my mirror test. I do a mirror test every day. I put myself in check. You see, a lot of people blame other people for their BS. Put yourself in check. Nikki, the same thing. Vanilla, this is what? Let's say, I thought I said vanilla. I'm sorry if I screwed this up. Now, then I get on my yoga ball. I do stretching every morning. Stretch, everything. That yoga ball, I love it. It's great. Then I do my workout. Then I get ready and come here. And then I get to play with all of you at 3:15 in the morning. Is that fun? You see, find somebody in the United States of America who's been online or in person for 50 years trying to explain law and accounting to people for free. Oh, by the way, I'm the only one. Original coach, 50 years. 37 million millionaire clients and 39 billionaires. So you might just want to take that tab and a pen and listen. This is my 10th week on social media. This is my 10th week of doing TikTok. I have about 26,000 followers in my first 10 weeks, having fun. I wanted to figure out, do I want to do it? You see, I was the second largest advertiser in California for 32 years. My 5 events every week. So what happens? I write checks for radio and TV all the time. I decided to try TikTok and social media. So again, unfortunately, I'm very frustrated watching a bunch of circus clowns out there. In other words, every time I hear Gary, the F word, I think he's trying to help kids understand social media, but why the F word? I guess he needed attention as a little kid or something, I don't know. Okay, and then you got basically Mark. Mark came out of prison because Trump let him out. He was sentenced for 85 years running a Ponzi. You got Kevin, who wrote a book, all right, and the guy says he just changed his life, all right, as you read the book, at 31. The book's only been out for 60 days. That's pretty good. And he owes the United States government $300 million. He's a ripoff. He's mega memory BS. Okay? So I'm sorry, I don't like the clowns out there. I like to correct things and have things to be done correctly. So today, if you DM, okay, this, I want you to get this for your kids. Please get it for your kids. It's called Starting Out Right. Starting Out Right is going to show them how not to mess up like we did. See, when I was the consultant for TRW, which is Ken Yarbrough, and it became a Spear in 96, very simple. These cards here, okay, very simple. I could owe the government $300 million. Well, why would you owe the government $300 million? Hell, I owe them $193,000 and I owe it to them, but they want to screw me out of money. All right, they owe me a credit of $385,000. All right, again, there's ways to protect you, corporation division process, as you maybe you're solving an IRS problem, negotiating, whatever. There are solutions. Even on their website, there are solutions. Let's go back to basic for all of you. Please write down all cards fluctuate. Write it down, please. All right, Rachel, write down all cards fluctuate. Okay? Share the live with everybody you can today. Share the live. Okay? Well, what it means. All cards fluctuate, sticky. I'd like you to kind of, I'm sorry to say, dummy proof this. What does that mean? Every credit card you have in your personal wallet in front of you today fluctuates. Okay, fluctuates. So it means if you take it past 29%, the way I designed it, it would screw you up. That's right, Hollywood, 29%. So that means this is 10,000. A $10,000 card. Now I said all cards fluctuate but two. Write down but two. Please write down but two. Get it right. I want you to understand how I set it up. I'm the consultant for TRW, Spirit, blah, 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 and all that stuff. So my goal was the oldest card. Oldest card, okay? That's first thing. Then every card needs a sticky. We have to dummy proof it. I'm sorry, I feel dumb when I don't know how to do something. So what happens? DM me, and that's very simple. Share the live, and one of my specialists today will call you and use that new interview process I created this morning, actually yesterday, in my spare time. I wanted to make sure everybody knows what's their next step. What's your next step? How many hours of sleep do you normally get? Who cares? 3, okay? 4 at the most. If I get 5, I'd get a freaking headache, okay? All right? See, you got to realize who's asking the question. I was abused as a kid. The abuser would get me at 2:30 in the morning, okay? If I got up at 2:25, the abuser couldn't get me. Got it so far? So my brain was always worked that way my whole life, up every 2:25. When I started social media, okay, 10 weeks ago, here, I'm glad you're back, fine. Pay attention, please. So I decided to start something at 3:15 in the morning, which then, see, I look at the goal. The goal is 3:15 in the morning, start something. Then I have to back the steps. I have to back the steps up. What are my steps every morning? I back them up. They told me I had to get up at what? 1:45 to be able to 3:15. See, the goal is the same way. Every one of you want to reach a goal, but it's not just the goal list, it's the steps behind the goal. You should get to understand something. There's 38 steps to reach any goal. You tell me your goal, I'll tell you the 38 steps, or we'll knock it off and just go get the damn thing done. I have everything I want. I'm talking everything, okay? We had 21 cars in the car collection just for the fun at one time. 2.2 billion in real estate to play with. So if you want to understand something, please pay attention. All right, implication and steps is the problem I have found out. Well, the problem, most of you, I would say this the nicest way. Most of you do a half-assed job. You don't do a great job. Okay, you want a magic wand that doesn't happen. You need to understand structure and finance. And I'm trying to give that to you if you follow the live and help yourself. You can help me. We can help each other. But what does this mean? We break it down into pieces. If you want, let's say you want today. Let's say you wanted an income, all right, of $1,000 to $10,000 a month. I'd be telling you to do a nonprofit because that's $112,000 a month grant money right now in 90 days. Hell, give yourself a damn raise. But again, are you listening? This is your new future from there. Okay? Simple. I'm moving to Miami soon. I hope to make some big bread there. Well, Hollywood, I don't want you to make bread, and I don't want you to make money. Isn't that terrible? I want your corporation, or you have an LLC. What type do you have? Get through the interview process. That LLC should have Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Business under tax ID. Don't worry, I set that up in 1987. I've been a consultant for banks and states and governments and all kinds of crap over the years, and that's how it works. Okay, and I'm the one who trained Yarborough at TRW, became Experian. So if we use basics, Hollywood, we take these cards, we put our sticky, all right, $29,000 card, $29,000, $50,000, $100,000. What if, because this is only a 10. What does that mean? All right, if I use more than $2,900, I'm in the yellow or the red. I have to keep this very simple. I have to keep it what? Every credit card in front of you, if you had in front of you like I asked you to do, instead of doing it, you sit there going, okay, fluctuates. These do not fluctuate. So you got to realize a gold and a platinum card does not fluctuate. This means if I have lost my job, have a crap day, week, month, or year, I jack these up. Why? Because my score never drops from below. I have right now an 845 today. So does my wife. We carry, our credit is there to be boring, to be reviewed. That's it. Why would we want to use our credit to jack it up for any type of business? I have a trust with an LLC and paid off my house. So I can leverage that basically financial free. All right, that's to be financially free. You're not free, you still pay property tax, and paying off your house, I would not suggest it because you get a paycheck. Your paycheck is taxed. The only thing that gets you back your money is a tax return, is your house payment. You just lost your write-off. Okay? See, you should readjust that house payment to offset your taxes and get all your money back. Okay? Back. I mean, I don't like it. Sorry, I think it's not right. The estate I live in today is not basically paid off because I want to offset the taxes. Let's see, pay tax, buy a Lamborghini Ferrari, I said that for 40 years, 50 years. Or Elon Musk says pay tax or buy a spaceship, or borrow 44 billion, all right, to buy what? See, borrowed money is not taxable. So I would never suggest anybody paying off their house. I'm sorry, that makes no sense to me because you get a paycheck, okay? Inheritance. Well, great, fantastic. Hopefully you leverage the hell out of that money and turn it into 15 times more. It's a reference 3 times 5. Don't worry, I trained that to Warren Buffett 39 years ago. How's that? My clients are rich and famous people. All right, let's understand. You have the ability to listen, and I pray to God you do. Today is January 26th of 26. What is very simple? That was my question. Well, don't pay off your house. All right, if I missed your question, again, it scrolls pretty fast. I'm so confused, I need to watch you more. Yes, you do. Hell yes. Here's our problem. You have to understand. Out there, you have people, what I call the circus and the clowns going blah, blah, blah. I'm stuck with you. You're stuck with me 6 days a week. How's that? How about you help me, I help you? I'm not here to be shape an attorney, but I'll teach you foundation, and I will literally get you, if you listen very carefully, to $100,000 a month income. 100,000. This is your future. You don't know it, but this is your future. Right here. Take a picture. Not me, this. Okay? You see, well, we have to understand something. All right? If we basically structure today, structure you. Structure, finance, dream. Structure builds finance in the dream. I have an LLC. How do I get funding for it? First of all, you need the experience, charge you an Equifax, cash reports. I can establish that for you if you'd like. I set up the dashboard in 1987 for cash credit under tax ID, but it's up to you again. What you need to first do is fluctuate you. You got to focus on you. You're the CFO. You got to get to that point. You're the CFO. It's that simple. If we know that all cards fluctuate, all right, and don't put our sticky there, we're being dumb. These don't fluctuate, so what do? These are the emergency card when we have an old blankety blank day, month, week, or year. Now watch what happens. Okay, I want money for my LLC. This is $50,000 times 6. That's $350,000. That's for the LLC. Chase has 6, all right, ink cards. That's the LLC. Now, what would you do with it? Okay, Debbie, what would you do with it? Come on. Most of you, I'm sorry to say, you screwed up. Every time you've had money, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't pissed it away, you haven't built a foundation. Only 9% of you have good credit. The rest sucks. Your foundation sucks. Sorry, it does. So if we take that up to 97%, that is my success rate today. I only have a 3% fallout. Why? Because they screw up and they don't pay attention. There's the problem. There's 350. Now listen carefully. For Mr. I have my LLC. I have my blah, 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 blah. Listen carefully. Yeah? Yes, I'm somehow pissed it away. Yeah, you do all the time, all of you. I mean, hey, you piss away $50 every other day, every one of you. Every one of you. Probably every day. That's $700 to $1,000 a month. I mean, I understand that. I don't waste a dime, ever. If I got $350,000 to the corporation, I pick on Inc. because they don't have interest rate up to 22 months. Chase, personal cards, neither. You have a 690 score, great. All right, let us interview today, DM us. Okay, and what's going to happen, especially we'll call you, and we'll show you how we'll get it to 750. You'll be a CFO for you and your family. We'll teach you how to protect your assets. And then from there, you get into the corporation or LLC, LLP, S or C Corp, and you build divisions. And if I can convince you to do nonprofit, I'll show you how to get $112,000 a month. on a real hospice house, on a real, basically, education. But it's up to you. See, you have grant money for nonprofit everywhere you go, city, state, federal government. That helps you get a paycheck or replace your income or enhance it. That's what you all should do. But again, I have a 738. Congratulations. All right, credit line 3,000. Well, again, let's get more. You see, here's the problem, okay? If you have an LLC today, for instance, all right, that LLC is on Secretary of State's website. Supreme Court deemed an LLC, there's 9 types, what kind do you have? LLP, C Corp, S Corp, LL, all right, nonprofit or PC is a legal person, okay? All right, I want where the link tree is right below. All right, DM a message. It's all, if you can't find something, let us know. We'll help you. So again, what happens? If they deem that to be true, and we build Experian, Treasury, and Equifax for that cash reports, which I established the original report in 87, while I'm training you over at Tier David Experian. I've been a consultant for 50 years. Okay, this is my 50th year. Okay, where you been? I've been online or in person for 50 years, 6 days a week. Where the blank have you been? This is not you. Okay, I don't like the circus clowns out there. I don't like bad information. That's why I want to correct it all the time. A division, listen carefully, a division managed by an LLC has its own credit reports. Its own credit reports. So a division managed by a corporation has its reports. I mean, last year, you had 22,000 banks shut locations down, and they bankrupt them. They wrote off on their taxes. You bankrupt and bring the pain home. See, there's no difference between us and them. They know how to structure it the right way. So good morning, good morning. Okay, what's this, Mario? Okay, good morning to you. So what do? If we have credit to the LLC, LLP, C Corp, S Corp, whatever, what you'd want to do is daisy chain it to the divisions. In other words, each division has its own credit file, Experian, Treasury, Equifax. That all makes a lot of sense. Well, guess what? You get stuck with me 6 days a week if you want. Simple. Saturday, I do 6 classes, every Saturday. Okay? Who created your whole system? I did. I love it. I love your creative of your system. Great. I think someone who created it. God and me. How's that? God and me. Okay? God, very simple. Family. My wife and I became one 20 years ago. And then money. So God, family, money. That's how it works. If I take these cards here and I daisy chain it for every division, a division, I'd have 18 of them. Why? Well, 18 divisions allow me to have basically 9 locations of something. See, when I wrote, and I guess to Sam, I wrote one of the first books on laundromats and car washes and storage units over 47 years ago. All right, from there, what did I do? I created what? I had my payphone business when I was 17. By the time I was done, I had 22,000 payphones. What does that mean? That's $6.6 million a month. I'm taking notes, RAB, LLC, fantastic. You all should take notes. I mean, hell, I asked you to get a tablet and pen and write down today's date. All right, it's January 26th to 26. So if we write down the rules and tools, what can you do? Give me more sauce earlier in the morning. Okay, well, I don't know if it's called sauce, but knowledge of what I can do to help, if that's you allow me to help you. This is your future. See, one of your divisions is going to own a storage unit. One of your divisions is going to basically own a Wendy's restaurant. I bought my first restaurant, all right, it's called Jack in the Box. You heard of them before? Okay? All right, very simple. Jack in the Box. I bought it when I was 19. So, when I created Car Finder, all right, the goal is, okay, people ask me, could you put in writing what you did? I put in writing with the black, ugly, big cassettes and everything else in 1976. So I did what I was asked to do. Winning the game of business. It became one of the #1 infomercials in the world, and it sold out every day because people need the rules and tools and the truth. In 2004 and 3, well, I wanted to create something different. I called it Books for Dummies, but that was already taken. The Millionaires Founders Kit has 12 books and CDs, even the CDs, the old ones. It shows you the foundation of $1 million corporation. $1 million corporation. So you have the ability to structure. The bottom line is most of you have the ability to listen. You're so busy wanting a magic wand. You don't build foundation. You don't build foundation. Foundation is finance in the dream. Foundation builds financing and builds your dream and offsets the damn taxes. Instead of listening to a bunch of circus clowns out there. If you DM and you're serious today, you DM your information in the link tree. I've set up today that a specialist will call you today and ask you about your little interview. The interview process helps you to know what's next. What's next, Andrea? Very simple. What's next? So the goal is very simple. Don't worry, I had a program called What's Next too. This is the book I want you to get for your kids. Starting it right. I want you to share this live with everybody today. Share the live, share the live. Why? If you do, this is your free download. This book is free if you share the live today. That means it's the rules and tools, all right, for your family, for your kids in high school and college. Read it while you've got the chance, because guess what? I'm sorry, all right? You've all screwed up. You have. Sorry, it's how it works. You don't take the time to build a foundation. Now watch. If I understand structure, and all cards fluctuate the way I designed it for TRW and Spirit, and these don't fluctuate at all. Now I have my safety. I have my 100,000 of personal credit. I have 71,000 of safety in case blank hits the fan. Got it? I don't screw up my credit anymore. It doesn't have to go lower than 750. Then I take the corporation or LLC or LLP, whatever you have, and I build a credit. I build a credit. Usually about 6 in cards. There's only 10 creditors I like anyway. What do you do from there? You build $1 million of credit to the corporation. You daisy chain it. Do you understand these cards have a blueprint loan for $250,000? Every American Express Gold or Platinum business has a blueprint named after me, by the way, Ray Reynolds, the Godfather Credit, who has the ownership of Blueprint of Success for the last almost 50 years. So these have a blueprint loan for $250,000. $250,000. So what we get to do is take that $250,000 and invest $25,000 of it into a franchise. See, your problem, you drive by Wendy's every day. You didn't pay attention. Go into a Wendy's restaurant today, please. Ask for the damn owner. There's no owner. There's no owner. There's no owner. There's no owner because it's owned by a management company. If you wanted 25% of a Wendy's restaurant, that is $96.20 a month after all the bills are paid. That's 10 grand. Let's round it off. So if I borrow money, okay, from a blueprint loan, all right, or Chase has what's called checkbook money, okay, and I put money into an escrow, let's say 50,000, 25,000. You've all pissed away that a month and doing something wrong didn't work. Why don't you own a piece of a Wendy's restaurant? You get a deed of trust. You get a deed of trust. That's yours for life. See, you didn't buy and get involved in boring and steady. I always did. I like boring and steady. So you're ignoring questions. No, they're going pretty fast. So say it again, JP. I don't ignore questions. I answer all the damn questions and people question the question. Okay, so I don't want to touch this and screw it up. But he says I ignore his question. Well, I'm trying to scroll back. Ask the question again so I don't screw this up. Again, tap the screen 1,000,000 times. Give me some hearts. What the hell? Okay, so ask the question. Come on, JP. Come on, bring it on, JP. Okay? Your choice. All right, just popping in and out. Okay, yeah, that's what most people do. Okay? They pop in and out. They don't pay attention. They basically want a good magic wand. And most people are full of doo-doo. Sorry to say. Can you show me the book title again? I want to purchase. Well, this one's free. When you want free, I like free. So this is for your kids. Very simple kids. Called Starting Out Right. Starting Out Right. Write it down. Okay? Starting Out Right. Okay? This has all the rules and tools that the kids do not screw up in high school and college like we did. Hey, we all screwed up. Sorry, we did. We screwed up. Why did we screw up? Very simple. We didn't listen good enough. Okay? Like today, you're not listening good enough, most of you. 90% of you are doing a half blanket bank job. All right? 10% you got your act together somewhat. What is required to start credit for the LLC? Well, first I'd want to know if you're the good CFO. I'd look at your credit first. See, your credit is going to be built for you as a CFO for your personal life. Then we're going to basically look at corporations and add the credit reports. So I miss what I have to do to get DM return, All right, so to buy something. Don't buy a damn thing. Okay? Don't buy anything. See, you don't get it yet. Until I get to know you, get to know me, I don't want your damn money. You don't get that, do you? I don't want your money. I haven't had a paycheck in 40 years, so I want one of those. Now, the team does. They get their bonuses and their commission. That's fine for the team. I'm just trying to help you for free because I'm bored, okay? My wife calls this my hobby. Hobby. So if you listen and learn, I'll change your life. If you want to basically have them do what? If you listen carefully, if you DM your information this morning, one of my specialists is going to call you because I had an interview process I created yesterday. I want them to interview where you're at today, where I can take you to the next level. What piece do we need to do? How do I get the credit for the LLC? First of all, I got to look at basics. If your credit sucks, how are you going to be a CFO for you and your family and the LLC? It can't. It's crap. Okay? After good credit, or else is required to establish credit. No, not after. This is the problem. This is the whole problem. After you get good credit, no, you do them simultaneously. See, the dumbest thing I watch people do, let me get my credit score up, then I'll get an LLC or LLP. Stop. The damn thing needs to age. Your bank wants 2 years on an entity like LLC, LLP, or CRS Corp. You do them at the same friggin' time. It'd be dumb to do them separate. It makes no sense at all. And you're not dumb. Don't quit, just stop doing dumb. All right, Jay and all these other people. Simple, Tony. All right, here's Tommy. Again, what do we do? You share this live with everybody today. Why? Because I'm going to have one of my specialists call you today. They're going to DM me, all right? And what happens, they're going to call you. They're going to make sure you got the link of starting it right for your kids in case you don't find the darn thing. They want to make sure you get this for your children. I wrote this in dedication to Harold Stokes, my professor, my mentor, my attorney and friend years ago. He passed away. He wanted me to change the world. My credit is 800. What do I need to establish credit for the LLC? Fantastic. Let's do a wrapper rescore. Let's add history to my dashboard. What does that mean? I have a dashboard with $62 million of credit live. And what I do is I add a card for your corporation off my card. Okay? What does this mean? You have to start the credit file for the LLC, LLP, C Corp, whatever you got. I take one of my cards. These are clients that I've got cards for. And I add it to your LLC, all right, history. Then if I make sure you're ready, CFO ready, all right, it gives me 2 choices as an affiliate. It gives me authorized user, which I'll never do with you. It'll give me separate billing. So if I do separate billing on your LLC on that history, make sure you're good, right? And your 800 score is real. What are we going to do? We're going to build up the credit to the LLC. Would you like 100,000 or $1 million? How much would you like? See, there's the difference. I'm going to take, all right, if you allow me to get you 6 ink cards for the LLC. That's 350,000. Then I'm going to daisy chain it to each division. 9 divisions times 350. See, I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years. And my events, 6 days a week, even to this day, 6 days a week. Okay? I was the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles, in California, for the fun of it. I write checks to radio and TV for millions and billions of dollars all the time. I decided to try TikTok and social media about 10 weeks ago. This will be my 10th week. So good morning, Brandy. She's our GM. Okay? So what do? If you DM me today, now, I set up a program yesterday that my specialist will call you this morning. They will interview process and find out exactly where you're at. They'll help you to your next step. They'll show that LLC who wants credit, who has an 800 score. Let's build you, how much would you like? 100,000 or $1 million? You tell me. Now watch what happens. If the corporation gets credit and you had 9 divisions, let's pretend, okay, you're going to do what I asked you to do. These are $100,000 POT, okay? Paid overtime limit. They're unlimited as well. If I take one of these cards and I get an authorized user, no, it's going to be a division card. A division card for 9 divisions. Off the American Express card, I just created myself $1 million of credit. That should be done in 6 months or less. Now, the team wants me to say 9 months or less for something because people are slow. But if we really, see, this is a problem with the LLC guy, okay? He's going to build credit. He's running his own business. If he doesn't take part of that credit and invest it into an escrow, he's going to be in the same situation he's in today. Just because you build credit to the corporation or you individuals doesn't mean you solved your problem. Okay? That's foundation that builds finance, and then you can build the dream. The dream is getting $10,000 a month off of Wendy's restaurant for life and own a piece of it. It's a deed of trust. No one can screw you over. It's for life. This is how you build legacies, the real legacy. But most of you, you're setting yourself up for probate. Congratulations. Your family and you setting yourself up for probate, and you're listening to a bunch of circus clowns. You need to trust, only to trust. Okay? Keep listening to that. All right? Keep listening to that. That's why they get indicted, and that's why they get sued all the time. If you do it right, you run the rules and tools. Okay? The IRS wants you, they're going to get you anyway. So, 705, all right, this is something Smith. I don't know if you're saying credit score or what. Creator, okay? Well, for me, it's always going to be God's is first. My wife and I became one 20 years ago. Then it's money. So DM, not GM. DM, all right, as of whatever you want to do, fan, show the loves, pass the screen. It worked today. Give myself some hearts. I like me. I've always liked me. Okay? So the difference is understand something. Yes, I'm Ray Reynolds. I liked myself. I said that. Good, yeah. Well, share the live with everybody. All right, what are you going to do? Share the hearts, share everything you can. Why? Today, I want you to listen very carefully. I'd like to change your life. If you allow me, hey, Jay, thank you. What does this mean? If today we start basics, okay? What is basic? You quit scrolling all over the place and having a mess. You're stuck with me 6 days a week. Yes, Tommy's stuck with me. Thank you for the lightning bolts. Reminds me of my surfboard years ago. Okay. All cards need a sticky. Get out your stickies, okay? Dummy-proof your card. All right? When I set up the system, and I can just tell you, consultant for TRW, consultant for Ken Yarborough, TRW became Hesperian in 96. That's how it worked. The oldest card. Then we look at fluctuation. All cards, write it down, fluctuate but two. All cards. We take the card like this one's $10,000. If I use this card past $2,900, I'm screwed up. 3,000 is yellow, 5,000 is red. If I keep it at $2,900, I'm okay. Then the excuse is I lost my job, I had an emergency, blah, 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 blah. Well, if you allow me to get you $100,000 of personal credit, these don't fluctuate. See, you have to understand, these do not fluctuate, which means you don't jack up the other damn cards like 90% of you did. 90% of you, your credit sucks. It's because your utilization. Utilization is the key. If we restructure, these don't fluctuate. A rapid rescore blocks your crappy credit, pushes the scores up, and then gets you another card. You take the other card and you do balance over here. You balance your debt to ratio, and you get your score to 750. That's done in 90 days. The team wants me to say 9 months because some of you are slow. Okay, or maybe you're lazy. I don't know. Half the world's lazy anyway. These don't fluctuate. So write it down. If you do it my way, you have 71,000 of safety for you and your family. So when you get an old blanketed blank day, month, or year, you protect your assets. But that's going to be up to you again. You protect your assets. You protect your family. God, family is one, husband and wife, me and my wife 20 years ago, and then money. Money, 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 because we have to. Your kids, I don't want them screwing up. Please don't let them screw up. If you share the live today and you DM, I'm going to have one of my specialists call you this morning and do that interview process to figure out what your next step is. This is free for anybody who shares the live today. It's called winning what? This is called starting out right. Starting out right. Now, if you don't have an LLC, LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC, in the link tree, it's yours for free today too. I've been giving corporations for free to everybody for 50 years. You just pay a little filing fee. Why some of you, a lot of you spent what? 5,000, 10,000 to get what? Dilly squat to corporation? They're free in all 50 states, by the way, free. So why don't we structure the right way? Let's not bring the pain home, because that's the first thing I tell you to do. Stop bringing the pain home, or never bring the pain home. Don't worry, I own the rights to that too. Winning the Game of Business, my first series in 1976. In this, it says cash flow fee per time. By the way, I own the rights to that too, okay? Just like the blueprint of success. My attorneys always have to tell these people, quit using my goodies because he owns the rights to them. So what do we get to do? So you today, if you listen, okay, if you listen, in that tab and a pen, you write down January 26th of 26. You share the live, you let me help you step by step, then you're stuck with me 6 days a week. I will be online twice a day, Monday through Friday. Friday, we have a class called Analyzation. Saturday, 6 times. You get me most of the time for free because I want to help you. Is that okay? Free, free, free? Then if you join a program, you're with the specialists in our paralegal team that help you as well. So if you, like Tommy today, thank you for joining the fan club. All right, okay. I DM'd you, but all right, I just put my something there, okay? They're going to reach out to you this morning. I was so bored yesterday after going with my wife and my son and my daughter, and we went over to this place to do bumper cars and this and that. It was fun. After that, they wanted to go to the swap meet. What am I going to do? Walk around? I don't like shopping. So I wanted to do one thing. I was bored. I created a program for my specialists today. So they'll interview you, anybody who DMs us, and they'll call you this morning. They'll figure out where you're at, and they'll get you past go. Is that okay? When I'm bored, I'm online, okay? And I get bored very easily, all right? And what happens is I've been online or in person for 50 years. Once a day, now it's twice a day. All right, we've been on here since about 3:15 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. DM, Saturday classes will teach you so much. Well, thank you, Jay. Well, they will. It's structure. You're awesome. No, God's awesome. I'm just doing what God asked me to do. That's it. Simple, okay? I'm doing what I believe is an assignment to help people to correct the clowns in the circus out there, okay? Let's give God the credit, not me, okay? Very simple. All right, God is first. Then my wife and I became one, and then it's money. You talk much about your past. You talk about your past. Well, if you don't get to know me, or this is something Garcia, how about I get to know you? Okay? See, let's understand. You're on a date today. You're dating. You want to go out with a girl or boy, okay? What are you going to do? You're going to interview both of you. You want to get to know each other. Is that correct? So I'm going to bring up past to give you structure to find out I'm not full of crap. I'm just this and that. No. Past builds future. You are your past and your future. You who you are today because you're past. This is Dave to join as a guest. Well, join as a guest, all right? I don't need you part of my event, okay? All right, so again, what are we gonna do? So I'm gonna talk about past because when I created my first $1 million, literally, oh, let me put the puzzle there. Let's hope I do it the first time, right? I did, yay, team. If I don't tell you I created my first $1 million at 15, and you go online and find, you know, what, Car Finder? You find Winning the Game of Business. You find literally Helping Hand Industries. So I started when I was 9. You're not going to believe anything. So if I build foundation and I give you what happens, the truth, your past is horrible. Hey, we all have crap. Get over it. I use it as energy, okay? All right, remember that I was used and abused as a kid, pissed me off to make sure I'm at the library all the time. So that's my energy. I'm one of the few, not one of the many. I told myself that as a kid. Mrs. Hope called me a piece of you-know-what. Are you supposed to be put your house in a trust? Okay, you understand. You, house, husband and wife, you buy it separate, never joint. See, here's the problem with people buy joint, married husband and wife. They lose the house, the bank reports them as a 1099-C at the IRS. There's a problem. Now they both have crappy credit and an IRS problem. If a person is a married couple, in separate property buys the house, then it should close escrow, homestead, irrevocable trust. Irrevocable is the only way to go, okay, to let you know. So what happens is irrevocable trust. In the future, when you make millions and millions of dollars, you're going to have the house bought through the trust, okay? I got my first billion through structure at 21 years old. 2.6 billion at 26, okay? When I died in a coma in 2009, it was 3.7 billion. I had the largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor, and we took out the yacht with a group of people, July 4, 2009. Next day, I'm in a coma. So I had a virus. My tax attorney decided to steal my 3.7 billion because I'm dead. I'm in a coma. They say I'm going to die. July 5th, I died at 5:41. But I got to come back. So again, if you don't understand me, you can't get past go anyway because you're just going to scroll through the crap and the circus clowns out there. I want you to make a commitment to yourself. I want your commitment this year that you'll let me help you for 12 months. If I help you for 12 months, 6 days a week, and I guarantee you $100,000 a month to your organization, would you do it? Because that's what I put in writing. I guarantee up to $100,000 a month if you do what you're told. It's easy. But you have to do what you're told. No, I don't want to do what I told. Then go back to scrolling. Go back to all the circus clowns. Because that's what you get today. All right, Grant, don't buy a house. He's got 2 houses, 50 million each. You piss away 100 million bucks. Gary V, they up for it every time. Mark just got out of prison. Okay? Kevin just got out of prison. And the book's going to solve your problems. Here, if I write you a book, please remember something. I'm going to read you the damn book. I wrote the book. I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to explain it to you, Lucy. I'm going to make sure you understand what needs to be done. I don't like BS. I wrote a book called BS Doesn't Pay Your Bills. So when you understand me, I can understand and help you. Got it so far? That is an amazing claim, and I believe you. Well, the reality is just not a claim. It's just the truth. It's how I created 37 million and millionaire clients and 39 billionaires. When I brought Elias into California, edible arrangements, he became a billionaire. I make people billionaires all the time, but more millionaires than billionaires. So again, structure builds finance that builds the dream. So if we structure you, if today you DM me in the link tree right now, DM me in the link tree, okay? Give me your information. My specialist is going to be given something this morning, 6 o'clock, called interview process. They're going to interview every one of you. What does that mean? We want to see where you're at. We want to see how can I create a blueprint for you. Then if by sharing the life you do this correctly, it's simple. If you're so rich, show your bank statement. Well, screw you, okay? All right? I'm not rich, okay? Okay? I hate stupid questions. That's why I block the crap out of them. I'm not rich. I would never say I'm rich. That's stupid people say that, okay? So understand, I'm not rich. Corporations are rich. Okay, I'm not dumb enough to say I'm rich. Show your bank statements. Kiss my assets. I want to show you millions and billions. What are you going to do? Big deal, okay? The goal isn't show me whatever. It's show, here's who I am. This is where you get to go if you listen. But that's how it works. If you don't listen, then go scrolling around. Go listen to Grant. Don't buy a house. If you're not making $400,000, you're a loser. I could live with myself, blah, 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 blah. You can't be a man. Who the hell says that to anybody? That's called stupid. Gary's other word is F word, F word, F word. Mark, same thing. So let's understand structure, okay? I want to be a multimillionaire. No. Here's your problem. You didn't hear what I just said. When I created my first $1 million structure, okay, I sold and I created something called Car Finder. I invent things all the time since I was a kid. I have patents on all kinds of stuff. But I don't own these things. The corporation divisions do. It receives the money. Come on. This is like the stupid guy over here going blah, blah, blah. And I just don't like stupid. Oh, I'm sorry, dumb. Okay. Not allowed to use stupid. When I create money, I don't receive the money because I'm not dumb. You're not dumb too, but you're doing dumb. You don't even understand your SS5 form. The IRS has your SS5 on file. You filled it out or mommy did. Why don't you understand how it's set up? This is your problem. The SS5 is SSN and 1040 tax return. You're taxing every dollar you bring in. You're taxing every dollar you bring in. Every dollar. Every dollar. And then you get the leftover. That sucks. We don't want leftover. We need to understand. Your income should be your lifestyle. Write it down. Income is lifestyle. Lifestyle is income. If we get that house payment, which I want you to own a house. Now let's send the grand who say no buy a house. It's called dumb. I mean, I don't like, that guy is just amazing. Okay, amazingly dumb in my opinion. Sell me the water. He couldn't sell me crap. I'd love to debate the hell out of him. But again, if we get a paycheck, it's taxed. The only way you can get the money back is having a house payment. Your lifestyle and income should equal to receive your money back. That's called tax balancing, by the way. The IRS is not the enemy, they're the devil, okay? But again, if we do it right, we could structure so our income offsets our taxes, and everything else we do is the right way. Winning the credit game. Yeah, that's my first series in 1976. How's that? 76. Hell, I was 16 years old. I never went to high school, driving a Lamborghini, Owens Coast College. Why happened to you? Why do you allow this world to control you? Okay? I got sucked into a government program, blah, 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 who cares? But again, I studied law and accounting my whole life. Do the test, get the paper, no problem, easy. We learn by doing, and that's what needs to be done. The corporation is going to be rich. That, hell yes. You're going to be the owner or president. You're going to be the founder. We're only founders. That's it. We're the founder of an organization that brings in $100,000 a month. It does $1.2 million. That's what you should be saying a year from now, okay? If you pay attention. If you pay attention. If you don't, then you're stuck. That's on you. I can't help you unless you want to be helped. So the goal would be very simple today. If we play the game, we get to win. You want to win the game or not? We structure. How do you learn more? You get to know me more. I want you to know me, I get to know you. We build a relationship. My team's going to help and interview you this morning, interview you. All right, if you DM and you share the live with everybody today, Jeremy, David, all these people, and Kennedy and everything else, all the other people here. What does this mean? Share the live, DM, put your information there. Let my specialist interview you through the process today and to help you, okay? So what do we have to do? Heart failure, recover. All right, what did it say, kid? That's yours. Well, the reality is there's different things as well. I've written over 67 books, okay? There's all kinds of stuff out there. So I'm ready to learn. Then learn. DM, okay, your information. Specialist calls you. They'll talk about the interview process I wrote yesterday for all of you. Starting Out Right is yours free. It's a down link right here in the link tree. If you can't find it, they'll make sure you get that as well. They'll help you, help me, help you. How's that? We help each other. Win-win-win situation. I started TikTok and social media 10 weeks ago. 10 weeks ago. I got 26,000 followers. I'm trying to get to 50. Okay? I was behind a week, but I keep changing the date. So again, we're just trying. Bravo, thank you. Share the love, share the live, share the hearts, DM me and all that other stuff. Let my specialist call you. Okay? So very simple. You got your number. That's fantastic. Okay, I'll screenshot it real quick. They're going to call you an interview process. Remember. Now, my employees have been trained one thing. They must make a friend before they try to make a buck. Okay? Salespeople want to sell you something. We understand that. What is our goal today? Let's give someone structure. If I help you, see, maybe you don't get this. When I help you, you're going to tell 10 people about me. Okay? I've helped 50 million people understand the division process. 50 million so far in 50 years. So what do we get to do? The goal is, if I give you stuff to help you, all you have to do is follow through. This is a free download. If you share the live today with everybody, you DM your information so we can call you, do the interview process. The interview process. This is called Starting It Right. Okay? I'm Ray Reynolds, Godfather of Credit, 60 billion of credit. All right, for my clients and myself for the last 50 years. I'm known as Pastor Reynolds, hey you, or Dr. Reynolds or whatever. Okay? Or Dr. Reynolds, so understand. This is my first series that began my life helping people. It was not my plan. I just wanted to do, they asked me to write a book, how I basically invented a product called Car Finder and made money in structure, so I wrote a book. They put in big cassettes. Then they put in info commercials. Fun stuff. I found myself in helping people all the time. I'm a private person, okay? I tend not to like people at all. I keep to myself. But when I'm teaching and preaching, I light up. It's very simple, to share information. That's the goal. My wife is nuts. She's crazy Colombian. And me, I'm just boring. For us, it's crazy and boring go together, and that's what we want to do. So, if I take structure with you today, structure you, what would I do? First of all, we talk about fluctuation. Every card needs a sticky. This is a $10,000 credit card, $10,000. You have a $1,000 credit card. See, 90% of you have crappy credit and you're going up and down like the up and down show. Then you're going to call a credit repair company, which is against federal law. They're not allowed to collect money up front. Fair Credit Reporting, I can look it up, simple. It's supposed to be a nonprofit, they're not. They don't have a 501c3 exemption. They don't have a bond, but they sure take a lot of money, okay? Okay, I signed up, fantastic. Go DM is what you need to do, DM. So this card is worth $10,000. If I use more than $2,900, understand, $2,900, in below is green. $3,000 is yellow, $5,000 is red. How I set up the system, training Yarborough years ago, TRW, and Experian. So the card, you fluctuate today, you jack it up and get stuck. Why? Because no one taught you rules and tools. Okay, thank you for DM. We'll share the live. And today, if you don't have your articles of incorporation, we'll make sure you have them for free. It's in the link tree as well. We'll make sure you have the book about winning the credit game. I wrote the original book about Prove It or Remove It after I helped credit the system with Yarborough anyway. So we'll understand. Let's write down gold and platinum cards do not fluctuate. Gold and platinum do not fluctuate. These are emergency cards. When you jack these up, your score went to crap. You got stuck, you can't get any more. You're good people. Unfortunately, bad things happen to good people all the time. These don't fluctuate. They're unlimited to $1 million. The paid overtime limit should be $100,000. If you did exactly what I just said, that would give you $71,000 of safety credit when you lost your job for a week, month, or year. No crappity crap happens. Your score would never drop. You take your LLC, 9 types, you pick the type you want, your LLP, your C Corp or S Corp or nonprofit or PC. We add history and we build credit to the corporation. I establish your credit files for you, the Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, for the LLC, LLP, whatever you have, and I establish off my system because I credited that 1987, okay? I'm the consultant behind the credit system for 50 years. So if you want the truth, you get the truth. This is basically 6 cards in Chase. There's no interest up to 22 months. For the corporation or LLC, that's $350,000. You can take every card you have and you can learn the days you chain it by each division. That means each division has its own credit files. Don't worry, I'm the guy that invented division process in 85, 86. How's that? My resume is all over the place. It's what it is. So again, division process. Your entity, Supreme Court deemed it to be a legal person, is going to have entities like banks do, grocery stores, and cities do. Each entity you have called division will have its own credit files. I will establish the credit file for each division, and I'll help you build credit per division. 1 card with $1 million times 9 more, now you have what? Okay, you could have 10 million. If 1 card is 100,000, 9 more, there's your $1 million of credit. So again, it's not hard to do. Wow, cool, so cool. Well, the reality is just the truth. So your goal today is learning how to play the game of business. How do we play? We win. How do we win? You listen, you write it down. January 2626. Fluctuation. Structure builds finance in the dream. Write it down. Fluctuation builds finance in the dream. Write it down. If I basically have my structure, I build my finance, I can build my dream and finance it. But again, if I don't understand how to be me, to be CFO, I'm kidding myself. CFO is the goal, what we need to do. So I'm going to tell you again 1,000,000 times, DM the link tree, leave your information today. Okay, I'm going to have one of my specialists interview you and call you. They're going to make sure where you're at now, how to basically get you to the next step. If you do this, and this is Dave, fantastic Dave. Okay, if you do this, you're going to go to the link tree and you're going to download Starting Out Right for your kids. Same time, I want you to read it yourself because this is the pieces you're missing. Next thing is understand something. Okay, if you can't find it in the link tree, when they call you, they'll get you the links, okay? Our goal is to make sure we help you as much as we can for free. Find out where you're at, where you want to go. Make a friend, make a buck. That's the ultimate goal for all of us. So, today, the ability to listen and learn. Now, I have some things I have to do at the office. If you want to keep asking questions, please do that, as I'll walk around to get the office set up. If I miss your thing, I don't try to miss someone saying, you need to answer my question. And say it again. If not, if it's in the link tree, we'll make sure to respond to it. Our goal is to help everybody we can. So hopefully I don't drop this. And our ultimate goal is very simple. Now I want you to write down 3 o'clock today. 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Come on. 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I will go live again. Okay, and live, what it's going to be is simple. I'm going to show you an example of what I call a blueprint. So when you get into the link tree today, right now, you DM, okay, that's good, we'll get your information. One of my specialists calls you this morning. This afternoon, you'll be able to be online again with me. And you're gonna, if you're going to do that, please understand, you're committing to an hour and a half. It's free. You like free? I like free. But unfortunately, because it's free, all right, most people don't respect it. And they don't take it serious enough, but that's okay. We'll get you to the point you're going to be at 100%. They always respects it and appreciates it and listens and learns. Next building, this building is the Ray Reynolds University, okay? Very simple. I have 2,148 pictures of rich and famous and normal people. How's that? I've incorporated 3 presidents of the United States of America, 3 presidents, okay? Lakers, Clippers, and Dodgers, and Angels, and we have what's called the Wall of Fame. I'm also known as the Godfather Credit, or Hey You, or Pastor Reynolds. All right, that's very simple. Now what happens? Today, behind here, this here's going to be where we created Blueprint. Don't look in the board because they forgot to clean the board after we were done on Saturday. So what happens? Very simple. We're going to create a blueprint of success today. I'm going to take an hour and a half, stand here for free, and make sure you understand fluctuation, stickies, understand that every card you get, all right, these create blueprint loans, and this is they get 99 more cards if you want 99. I don't want you to have 99. I want you to have 9. I want to show you how you take one card and turn it into $1 million. Chase cards, simple, 6 of them, 50,000 each. So again, we're going to give you the rules and tools, the truth. We're going to help every one of you 100% understand rules and tools. If you pay attention, I'll change your life. Sub to your YouTube channel. Well, you can do that too. Subscribe to all the channels. Okay? But on this platform, I'm not allowed to say that. Okay? So again, I don't want to get in trouble. I just read what you said. So we have to play the game to win. All right? Team will be here soon. Okay? So we'll turn on some lights. We got to make sure the air is not too cold or too hot. Our GM, she's a pain in the butt. She's great, but she's a pain in the butt. Her name is Brandy. She's the loudest one in the room. Always the loudest one in the room. Okay. Well, this is our vice president. All right. His name is Santos. He's got 30 years, literally, in real estate, and he helps line up the escrows for our clients. Okay. Very simple. Yes, I need clear explanation and rules and tools. Well, you all do. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, I don't think you're doing a great job. You're doing your best. Let's do this. Let me help you. Let God do the rest. All right, let's go into the call center, okay? So call center, here's another department. This is the paralegals, and this is the ones that are going to help you as much, no problem. Our IT engineer back here, Daniel, will be here as well at 7:30, making sure everything works great. That's no problem. That's what we got to do. So the call center, in the back wall, you'll see where it says, I don't know if it's backwards or not. If it is, take a picture, then look in the mirror. Simple. Now, it says make a friend, make a buck. Every person in my companies have always been told one thing: you make a friend first. No links are opening because you're on your cell phone, Kenny. Okay, go to your computer, they'll open. Okay? Next thing is, here's our break room. So, we have to spoil the employees, but understand something. 80% of your employees you hire suck. They're terrible people. All right? Because they want to basically not work, okay? And they want to basically get paid anyway. And I think that sucks. 20% of the people you hire will be great. I have to go into the ladies' bathroom, okay? All right, we have candles in the bathrooms, so I light them every morning because it's fun. Okay, because I get bored, I keep myself busy. All right. When I got tested at T. Winkler Junior High, they basically 3 different tests, SAT test, blah, 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 gov test, Mensa, blah, blah, blah. All right, they realize that I get bored fast because both sides of my brain supposedly work. Who knows? Anyway, but there are, at least at one time when I was a kid, over 1,000 people that I IQs over 200 plus. There's the men's bathroom. Now we also have, okay, oh, I gotta turn off the light, vending machines for our employees. So I get them to get a soda and get back to work. It's great. But anyway, 20% of the people you hire are great people. Like great. Unfortunately, sorry, 20% are great. They usually push out the lousy, the ones that screw up. They don't care or don't give a damn. So be careful. You'll hire 100 people, 80 of them will be terrible, 20 will be great. The 20 you hire, keep them because they'll actually help you get to the next level and they will not rip you off and they actually care and give a damn because why? They want their bonus as well. They want their bonus money as well. They earn their bonus. So today, if you DM me, okay, share the live with everybody in the link tree. If you can't do it in your cell phone, you do it from a computer. It's not a problem. If you get stuck, all you have to do is let us know in the DM because what will happen is our specialist will call you this morning. And what's going to happen when they call you, they're going to go through the process to make sure you understand what's next. Okay, they're going to give you that structure. Remember, today, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Okay, I'm online at 3 o'clock. That means at 3 o'clock this afternoon, you're stuck with me. And what are we going to do? Simple. We're going to create a blueprint. I'm going to give you everything you need to get to where you want to go with no excuses, okay? Because I don't have excuses. I've dedicated my life for 50 years to help people get past go and turn their corporations or entities into millions of dollars. That would be the ultimate goal for all of us. Again, how do we do it? Simple. We get to know each other. We get past go. We don't get stuck. We don't stay stuck because being stuck sucks, okay? So I'm Ray Reynolds, the Godfather Credit. All right, Pastor Reynolds, hey you, whatever you want to say, be professional as you can. And all I want to do is help you. So I'm in the live and only way to do the post is anywhere else, okay? All right, 800-254-9506. Call in an hour and a half. It's only 4:45 in the morning. Here, 4:56, I'm sorry, is what it says, okay. So what do? So you get to play. Now I'm gonna go get some more work done. I have to check 19 bank accounts, 19 emails, and 64 credit cards, okay? As we play this game. So again, I'd like you to show up at 3 o'clock this afternoon, Pacific Standard Time. Another live for an hour and a half with a tablet and pen. So it's 7:56 your time, and it's almost, it's 4:56 here. So figure the hours difference. So then you'll know exactly what time to show up for my 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. You're 3 hours ahead of me, okay? So what do? Make sure you're there for what? I'm going to demonstrate what is called a blueprint, and then repackage your life. I guarantee to teach you more in 1 hour and a half than you learn your whole life about personal business credit. How's that? Take the challenge. DM, let my specialist call you this morning and get past go and get unstuck. So go, what do? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got some work to do. It's been fun this morning. I've been having fun with you. Have you been fun with me? Hopefully you do. We'll have some fun. We do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget the end of the day. Simple. God loves us all.